English news from the Sultanate Oman television. First, the headlines. His Highness the Deputy Prime Minister for Defence Affairs presides over the conclusion ceremony of the National Symposium on enhancing national readiness to deal with advanced technologies. His Highness the Yazan bin Haytham presides tomorrow for the celebration of the Royal Army of Oman for the graduation of a new batch of officer cadets, university officers and limited service officers. And the Municipal Council Symposium recommends on upgrading performance so as to respond to the needs of the forthcoming stage of domestic development. Those are the headlines, now the news in detail. The Center of Strategic and Defense Studies, the Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies concluded the National Symposium entitled Enhancing National Readiness to Deal with Advanced Technologies. The symposium was held under the auspices of His Highness Shihab bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for Defense Affairs. The symposium aims to contribute directly in raising the indexes of the Sultanate of Oman in competitiveness and innovation, as well as to create job opportunities in various fields of advanced technologies, in addition to raise the efficiency of institutions and other apparatus, uplift the technological capabilities, and facilitate the plans of digital transformation, support social and economic development so as to serve the goals of the Oman Vision 2040. His Highness the Yazan bin Haytham Al Said, Minister of Culture, Sports and Youth, will preside tomorrow the celebration of the Royal Army of Oman for the graduation of new batch of officer cadets, university officers and limited service officers. During the celebrations, the graduates will perform a military show at the military parade ground of the Al-Murtafa camp, while the Royal Army of Oman music band will perform musical pieces. The Municipal Council Symposium, which concludes today, came out with a number of recommendations aimed at upgrading performance in a manner that responds to the needs of the forthcoming stage of domestic development. The symposium recommends that the implementation of the visions of the Municipal Council's law and the integration of efforts between municipal councils, the government departments and the private sector establishments with the prime aim of realizing the vision of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq to empower the councils so that they could better carry out their developments and social roles within the respective governorates. The symposium underscored the significance of municipal councils' awareness about updates brought about by Oman Vision 2040. The symposium called for espousing clear-cut criteria to measure the performance of municipal councils, bearing in mind demographic and geographical differences between the governorates. The symposium recommended a review of the formation of municipal affairs committees in the wilayas to offer better opportunities to study developmental needs. The closing ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Said Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of the Interior. Opportunities and challenges of the private sector towards achieving economic diversification listed the main topics of the discussion of the 6th Joint GCC Forum titled The Role of the Private Sector in the Economic Diversification of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. More details in the following report.
Mechanisms to create a highly competitive private sector in the region capable of competing globally, and the opportunities and challenges the sector faces in terms of economic diversification are among the main topics of the 6th panel discussion aimed at anticipating future prospects for integration of joint Gulf economic and development efforts, titled The Role of the Private Sector in the Economic Diversification of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries.
Today's session is one of a series of sessions that the Secretariat of the GCC Council emphasizes on to establish a collaboration and opportunity to share best practices among GCC public and private sector entities. And today's session is mainly on a very key topic to all of us, is how to diversify our economy beyond oil.
The session featured a group of elite specialized speakers from the Gulf Cooperation Council countries discussing the role of the private sector in achieving initiatives, projects and programs for the Gulf economic integration. In addition, the session focused on supporting and empowering the sector to fulfill its vital role in enhancing and diversifying the economy.
Public-private partnership play a pivotal role in GCC countries to achieve economic diversification and moving the economy from being dependent on oil and gas to more diversified economy.
The session also included working papers on limiting the outflow of capital abroad, reinsurance sector, contribution of the private sector, and youth orientation and economic diversification, as well as the role of digital economy and foreign direct investment in bolstering Gulf economic growth. This event represents an important opportunity for exchanging ideas and experiences, reviewing the role of the private sector, which enhances efficiency and competition and contributes to increasing economic growth indicators.
The National Committee for the Welfare of People with Disabilities today held a meeting under the chairmanship of Her Excellency Dr. Layla bint Ahmed Al-Najjar, Minister of Social Development. The meeting reviewed the progress made of the Lab of Developing Services and Programs of People with Disabilities. Further, the meeting highlighted the strategic approach and the executive position of the Lab's activities. It also showcased the list of projects and the initiatives resulting from the Lab's works. To become a news bulletin. The ceremony is held in the Governorate of Al-Dakhiliyah to mark the World Arabic Language Day. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Royal Air Force of Oman, in coordination of the Ministry of Labour, received today a new batch of citizens, holders of university degrees and general diploma, and the limited service officers course to begin military training. The step is undertaken in continuation of the national efforts of the Sultan's Armed Forces to recruit job seekers. The recruits will undergo a number of programs, military training, studies, and physical exercises that enable them to perform their national duties. The new recruits express their joy of being admitted to the Sultan Qaboos Air Academy to complete their training and join the Royal Air Force of Oman afterwards. With the wide participation from academics and educators, the Ministry of Education organized the Educational Research Forum at Oman Convention and Exhibition Center. The three-day forum aimed at developing students' creative thinking and developing the skills of teaching staff. It discusses the integration of information and communications technology into education and the effectiveness of the modern teaching methods in developing academic achievements. The Directorate General of Education in Al-Dakhiliyah, in collaboration with the Sultan Qaboos Institute for Training Arabic Language to non-native speakers, and the Oman Across Ages Museum held a ceremony to mark the World Arabic Language Day. The event was held under the auspices of Dr. Faisal bin Ali Azeri, Wali of Manah. More details in the following report.
reflecting the community's commitment to preserving and promoting the rich legacy of the Arabic language through various artistic and educational endeavors. A ceremony was held at the Oman Across Ages Museum in the Wilaya of Manah to mark the World Arabic Language Day, which came this year under the theme Arabic, the language of poetry and arts.
Today we celebrate the World Arabic Language Day, which comes with the theme of Arabic, the language of poetry and arts. It's the 50th anniversary of Arabic proclamation as one of the 6 official languages in the United Nations.
While highlighting the literary richness of the Arabic language, the event served as a platform to instill a love for the Arabic language in the younger generation and to harness artificial intelligence in teaching the Arabic language.
This celebration, we have seen a lot of talents of our students in this language. We saw also some experiences in using artificial intelligence in teaching Arabic. We saw also some advanced technology and the way how to use this technology in teaching Arabic in our schools, in our institutions also.
The ceremony featured an exhibition of Arabic calligraphy, showcasing several beautiful paintings depicting the magnificence of the Arabic language and the impressive meanings crafted in every single letter. Celebrating this occasion is a well-deserved tribute to the unparalleled poetic and artistic brilliance of the Arabic language and its invaluable contributions to the cultural diversity of humanity. From Oman Across Ages Museum in the Wilaya of Manah, صالح أبو خلفان الرحبي الداخلية Governorate.
OQ, the Global Integrated Energy Group, has announced its expenditure on goods and services up to the third quarter of 2023. More in the following report.
As part of its plans to enhance local added value, OQ is spending the Global Integrated Energy Group on goods and services exceeded $974 million as of the end of the third quarter of this year, and this spending was distributed in goods and services in contracts and purchases through local companies and institutions, which led to retaining more than $314 million in local added value, while the group spent more than $172 million on small and medium enterprises. The group has paid special attention to the Omani product by developing regulations that contribute to enhancing purchases of Omani products, such as preferring a purchase price of up to 10% and allocating some of these products in contracts and procurement. Spending on products manufactured in the Sultanate of Oman has exceeded $122 million. OQ is also undertaking some initiatives to localize local industries, such as the recently signed projects in the Laden complex, whose local added value contribution amounts to about $46 million annually. All of these comes in line with the government efforts to achieve the goals of the Oman Vision 2040, given the total added value is one of the strategies that OQ is keen on its investments, business and activities to enrich and support local markets and products and small and medium enterprises. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Highness the Deputy Prime Minister for Defence Affairs presides over the conclusion ceremony of the National Symposium on enhancing national readiness to deal with advanced technologies. His Highness Sayyid Yazin bin Haytham presides tomorrow with the celebration of the Royal Army of Oman for the graduation of a new batch of officer cadets, university officers and limited service officers. And the Municipal Council Symposium recommends on upgrading performance so as to respond to all needs of the forthcoming stage of domestic development. And that's all from the newsroom, from obviously in the studios. Thanks for watching. Good night.